Is this a very spooky season?
Princess and Barry here. Today we're here at Universal Orlando for Halloween Horror Nights, and I have a monstrous craving.
It's time for Bear to eat all of the things.
Yeah, we're here to eat all the spooky treats, or at least I am, because remember, as your number one choice of foodie infotainment, we're here to try all the things so you don't have to. Because remember, she's vegan. I'm not. I'm not eating a bloody steak.
It's time to foodie and chill.
We stand a spooky treat. Now, this is the salted caramel brownie, teasing me with this tombstone without the name that we all want on it, but I digress. At least I get a treat. I guess it's salted caramel. I just see a brick of fudge, some green ganache, what looks like hard candy rocks, and then this cute little, well, I'm assuming also chocolate tombstone. I like my treats themed, if anything. Go ahead and fork into it, maybe.
Is there worms?
Is there worms? So, we'll cut into this grave. And we're going to see what's inside. Okay, well, I see the caramel. A little thin layer of caramel here at the top. Salted, to be discovered. I'm going to go grave diving. We'll start here. Brownie fit for the grave. There's actually a thin layer of the caramel in there. The salt is actually in there, but you can't see it. It's kind of like transparent and like blends in with the top chocolate. But beneath that, it's a brownie. It's tasty. It does what it's supposed to do. The rocks and decoration are cool. I like a grave, even if it doesn't have the name that I want on it. Honestly, I'm not offended by it. I can't eat a whole one by myself, but it's still good. I would give it 4.25 out of 5 claws. Everybody wants in on the cheesy bread madness. Why shouldn't Avenue Eats gets it with these little Brazilian cheese bread bites? I feel like we're getting a version of these every year. These are a bit harder than I'm used to. Standard Brazilian cheese bread, they're actually not hard. They're super soft inside. That cheesiness that you get. Though I always feel every time I have Brazilian cheese bread that it needs some kind of sauce. But as far as being Brazilian cheese bread, it hits all the notes. 3.5 out of 5 claws. For you absolute dastardly cheeseheads, they have literally how you want to go out. Death by cheese stick, a foot long, beat your best friend or scare team with this humongous looking cheese stick, and it better actually be filled with cheese. Just go ahead and break and end off, and we do the cheese pull because that's what everybody wants. Little disappointing, but definitely filled to the brim with the cheese. Then they give you, wow, that's a thick boy, a spicy marinara to go with it. A little twirl. Fit for a clown. That is literally every cheese stick you ever had in your youth, be it a movie theater, a county fair, sideshow attraction. It is a crusty, thick, breaded cheese stick filled with mozzarella cheese, nice and gooey. No surprises, but the classics are always classic. 3.75 out of 5 claws.
How does it compare to Blue Ribbon corn dog?
I would say, compared to some other places in Florida that do gigantic cheese sticks that don't serve vegan options, like, you know, some blue corn stand or something at Disney World.
Blue Ribbon.
This is better. So we have this flaming hot Birria ramen. Ramen Halloween Horror Nights is definitely not something that was going to make my list this year, but he put Birria beef with 2 types of onions. So we have green onions, regular red onions, ramen, and then hot Cheetos. Why hot Cheetos? I don't know, but you know what? They made it, so I, as a bear, I feel like I'm required to eat it.
Wait, but broth first.
I guess I can't.
Right?
Yes. If the broth is trash, the bowl is trash. I'm messing up my own flow here. The broth looks okay. It looks well seasoned, a little oil in there, a little fat. Okay. The broth is actually not bad. It's got a nice deep birria flavor. A little bit of like fat globules floating around in there, so it's got a nice like deep complexity. For theme park ramen, I'm kind of surprised. I was expecting that to be hot garbage, Art the Clown bathwater, but it's actually fairly decent broth. So let's go ahead and get more broth. We got the hot Cheetos, the birria beef. We're gonna double stack this fork and get it all. I kind of like it. I'm not gonna lie. The hot Cheetos sort of like melt in, so you get a little bit of spice in the broth. They like disintegrate. As soon as you put it in your mouth, the beef is nice and well seasoned, and the broth, which is what makes the bowl, only helps things. I can really do without so many onions. Doubling up the onions seems a bit ridiculous, but if you're craving ramen, and if it ever gets cold during the seasonal Halloween Horror Nights, this is going to be the bowl to get. My insides are nice, warm, and cozy. I feel like an art kill roasting over a fire right now. Like a clown cafe after a flamethrower or something like that. But in a good way. That 4.25 out of 5 claws. I am oddly surprised. So, the Plastico food truck, representing the Doll's House, has chicken tendies. And I would be remiss in my duties as a foodie, sharing food with you guys, if I did not represent you chicken tendy people. You are loyal to your chicken tendies, and you get what you get. So they have 2 flavored chicken tendies. They have a Parmesan, and they have Mesquite BBQ. I decided on a whim to go with the Mesquite BBQ, but they are indeed thick, bready looking chicken tendies. They drizzle the sauce on top, and they give you extra on the side. Let's just go with what they give you first. It is, in fact, a tendy. Nice white meat chicken in there. Seasoned, breading, seasoned. Clear point, breading, seasoned. Just bread food and feed it to me. You have to season your breading. Otherwise, you're just putting bread around bland food. It's okay. It is decent white meat tendies. You tendy people will be very happy with this. I think it's sad that you only get 3. I feel like it should have been at least 4, but I can't be too picky. Let's give it an extra dunk to want all the Mesquite BBQ flavor. Wow. For Mesquite BBQ, that might as well be pure sugar, because it's just like syrupy sweet. Like, there is some barbecue spice in there, but it is almost straight syrup. I feel like I just had melted candy on top of chicken tendies. And I mean, for a food truck with Plastico on the side, I guess that makes some kind of sense. But just beware. I think the sauce they give you on top is probably enough. If you want extra sauce, you have more than enough. I would give it 3.5 out of 5 claws. Every year, I feel like Universal is daring me, or daring all of us, to eat the most wild thing they come up with. We've had like cotton candy hot dogs and all sorts of ridiculousness over the years. This year, I believe the most ridiculous item is this Husk Man Slop. This is from the Funhouse booth. This is like the WWE Wyatt Sticks booth. You have a chocolate almond bun with dill pickled chips, some beef sloppy joe cheese sauce, and jalapeno bacon. There's definitely a lot going on this thing. I am not a huge sloppy joe lover, but sloppy joe with chocolate, jalapeno, and cheese sauce. Just look at the bottom of this thing, how greasy and disgusting it is. When they say man slop, they mean 3 days of not washing, Axe body spray, and yes, I have smelled some of you over the last few days. That's the level of man slop they're talking. This one is 1000% true to its name. It is a husky, sloppy man. all over my face. Even with napkin, I'm just smearing the cheese all over my chin. I'm actually surprised at how distinct the different flavors are. The beef sloppy joe's got a nice flavor to it. Actually, seasoned beef, the jalapeno bacon, got a nice little spice, not like spicy. You can taste the jalapeno, but it's not going to set your mouth on fire. I'm hovering at like a 0.5 to a 1 out of 10 on the eat scale. It's messy, honestly. If you really, really want this, and you plan on touching anything around you in like the immediate future, I'd recommend a knife and fork. Not trying to pick it up. It's an absolute mess. The bun is actually fairly nice. The chocolate disappears basically with all the other flavors, especially with the bacon and the beef. It is a filling sandwich. I think I would be hard pressed to eat anything else for the rest of the night if I ate this. But if you like sloppy joes and you like them truly sloppy, this is the one for you. It doesn't make any illusions about what it is, and it just exists. And for that, it has my respect. My contempt, but my respect. 3.75 out of 5 plus. This right here is the Rambling Rabbit Carrot Cake. If it's one thing Universal ensures that they are never going to be accused of, it's giving portions that are too small. This thing is the size of a baby's small forearm. It's not that much smaller than my forearm, actually. And it's the deep fried carrot cake with white icing, and then they give you what they're calling rabbit cotton candy, but like it's just dual cotton candy. As you see inside, it's just a normal carrot cake. It's just fried. Crispy on the outside, the icing. I'm gonna take the smallest bit of this cotton candy here, because it's really just more sugar on top of the sugar you already got. If you're tired, who needs energy drink when you have Universal food? Hear me out. That's kind of a vibe. If you've ever had a deep fried Oreo, imagine that same consistency with the carrot cake. The powdered sugar and the white icing. The cotton candy adds literally zero. It's already sugary, but honestly, I was worried it was going to be like a super hard crispy. It's a light crispy. And then the rest is just carrot cake. It feels like the ultimate WWE level fair food. And it works. I would give that 4.5 out of 5 claws. I recommend splitting it with friends. Definitely what we're doing. But it's actually pretty good. In this little boat here, we have the Bloody S'more from the Jason Voorhees booth over here in front of Men in Black by the bridge. You have this return of this chocolate almond bread. It's the same bread you get on the husk mess of a s'more at the Wyatt 6 Fun booth. Then you get a cinnamon cereal, which is Ramen Cinnamon Toast Crunch, marshmallows, chocolate ganache, and a blood splatter, which looks sort of like raspberry syrup. Now, it's not marked vegetarian, but it's probably because of the marshmallows or everything else, probably some sort of gelatin in there. So, gelatin-sensitive vegetarians, beware. Go ahead and just cut me a piece. I will tell you already that Ghostbusters Stay Puft S'more, this is not. Not even close. That's a big bite, but I commit to my mistakes. I get what they were going for with the chocolate bread, and then the cinnamon crunch is supposed to be a replacement for what would normally be the graham cracker and the s'more. I don't know if it necessarily works. The consistency is just too soft. Especially once it has the chocolate and the melted marshmallow in there, the bread is not toasty enough to feel like a s'more to me. And then the blood splatter, if that's supposed to be raspberry, there's so little of it, you can barely taste it. It really just feels like melted marshmallows and chocolate on a piece of soft bread. It's nutty. It's s'mores adjacent. I don't know if I would call it necessarily a s'more. I would give it 3.25 out of 5 claws. Another surprise, or not surprise, from the Jason booth is this spiral bloody sausage. It is just a smoked sausage with a harissa barbecue sauce on top. I don't know if this is supposed to be entrails, but that's what we're going for. These are very neat entrails, if that's the case. And I've already got harissa all over my fingers. Oh, that was a mistake. Go ahead and just cut into this bloody mess because I am not picking it up. Smoked sausage. There are no surprises in the sausage itself. It's just your standard smoked sausage. The barbecue sauce, though, ratchets that up a notch. It definitely has a kick. I would give it like a 4.5, 5 out of 10 on the heat scale. It's spicy. If you don't like spice, you can probably ask for it without the barbecue sauce. They literally just throw it on top, like it's rolled it or anything. But it does have a little kick to it. If you're craving something that's akin to beef jerky, but without the jerky part, even though this is probably a pork sausage, that's what you're getting. It's a good snack. I'm not gonna get it again, but it is as advertised. I would give it 3.75 out of 5 plus. So the Clown Cafe Terrifier Burnt Angel Wings. You have these glazed wings with this pepper seasoning all over top. It doesn't look like it was split down the middle by a hacksaw, but they look like sizable wings nonetheless. I'm just going to dive right into this sticky mess, as would be worthy of Art the Clown. This foodie journey through Halloween Horror Nights this year is going to be a marathon of food because most of the food this year is fried and fried. These wings actually fairly well cooked. They're juicy, they're tasty. The sauce is nice and sticky. It's got like a sweet honey taste to it. And the pepper seasoning, well distributed. I really have no complaint. It's a tasty wing, but it's a messy wing. I'm not saying messy, I mean like I had sauce all up the cheeks and everything else. You're gonna need, because I'm still digging it out of my cuticles, some wet naps for this. And they're not providing the wet nap. Be close to a bathroom when you eat these. I would give them 3.5 out of 5 plus. In the wonderful world of the Wasteland, from the Fallout booth, we have the Cram Tots and more. You have this glazed spam with these huge tots. It looks like a Wastelander canned meal. A lot of people run into said they were afraid of this because they do not eat spam on a regular basis. I don't necessarily either, but after growing up in the islands and Pacific, I eat a lot of spam as a child. So let's go ahead and dig right in. First, I'm going to take a little bit of this tot, which I believe is just potato, and a little bit of spam. Maybe. They are tasty, honestly. The tot is big. It's a little, I would thought, like not be cooked evenly in the middle, but it's definitely it's a tot. The glazed spam got a little bit of spice to it, not like a huge heat. I was like 1 out of 10 on the spice scale. But it's a delicious flavor. The spam is cooked well. It's very easy to overcook spam. They did a good job. I mean, it's literally just spam and tots. But I think it's a good walk around. Get a little 10, get your little fork. This is worth a 60-minute queue for a house. I give it 4 out of 5 claws. I actually quite like it. Here we have the deviled eggs, these infamous eggs that have been seen all over social media, the ones that everybody's afraid of, because they're not actual deviled eggs, they're panna cotta with tahini and pineapple. They originally advertised with the mango. There is no mango in them. I actually did double check just to make sure, but they look like deviled eggs. They shimmy like deviled eggs. Oh, I'm afraid of these. Let's take one without the tahini. Oh, it's slimy. It's very slimy. Slimier than an egg. It tastes like panna cotta. It's a weird consistency because the coconut bit on the bottom is as gelatinous as you would expect like a deviled egg to be. but it's 100% dessert. It tastes exactly what it says it is. It just doesn't taste like it looks. And that can be kind of off-putting. If you like panna cotta, this is you. If you aren't a fan of the base of panna cotta as far as like coconut and everything else, you are not going to love this anymore in a deviled egg shape. I would give it 3.5 out of 5 stars. This is the infamous Why or Why Not, from the Louie's converted Freddy Fazbear's pizza. You have what is basically one gigantic New York slice of pizza with spaghetti and meatballs. I was thinking it was going to be like miniature meatballs or half meatballs. No, they're going all out. This is a massive, huge slice with 3 whole, huge meatballs. And I guess they are like flattened on the bottom so they fit on the pizza. But these are still some honkin' sized meatballs.
So it's 1.5.
1.5, like 2/3 meatballs flattened on the bottom. So on the bottom it is an absolute flat meatball. So it might not roll, but you might want to fold it and go. You know? I'm gonna take a nice little, somewhat civilized corner because I have to hold the camera later. I thought it was going to be slop because I thought they were just going to throw spaghetti and meatballs on top of a pizza. But I just had the cheese pizza at the pass holder event a few weeks ago. Not the same pizza. This has got a lot more garlic in it, a lot more seasoning. It feels like a spaghetti seasoned pizza. And the meatballs and the spaghetti really only enhance the flavor. If you're looking to load up for the night and not eat anything else, this would be your bag. I was expecting it to be god-awful slop because I don't care what anybody says, Louie's pizza is the worst pizza in all of Universal. This is looking up. This is feeling like a touch of Epic Universe level flavors and execution.
Wow.
And when they do good, I will praise them. This is actually quite good. 4 out of 5 points. As a bear, I have come and devoured all the horrors I can, even though it was not all horrors this year.
It took us 6 long trips to do all of these bear things, and he got sick. It took us much longer to get this done than we expected, so we really appreciate your patience with us while we worked through that. But we managed to do basically your whole list of food.
Yeah, for the most part. There was a couple things that I just didn't want to do because I didn't want to like push myself too hard. The dill chicken buffalo dip comes to mind, but most everything else I wanted to get, I got. I was surprised that the Birria ramen, the Cheeto beer ramen, was one of my favorite things from this festival. When I expected that to be god-awful toilet trash, and it wasn't. Well, as like the Husk Man slop was indeed as terrible as it looked. But it's been some interesting items this year, but we don't know what you guys think. As always, we eat these things, so you don't have to. So let us know your thoughts on the things that we tried, anything that I missed, in the comments below.
Yes.
As always, there's anything else you'd like to see us do, that will always be the place to find us. Hit the notification bell if you want to see other videos like this, and
we have new videos 5 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
we will see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And wait, Bear, what was your favorite thing you had? Just the ramen?
No, it's ramen.
Okay. Okay, maybe I should just eat myself for forgetting.
You heard the girl.